I am back. Howdy doody, everybody.
Okay.
I see Derek is muted. Is Derek AFK?
You mentioned going to feed a dog or something?
This is so fucked up. I hope his dog is well fed. For he is about to be well fed. A knuckle sandwich.
Oh.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Whoa. Y'all ready for your session today?
No.
No.
Yes. I've studied for this. I need to know, did the session that happened last week already happen in game time, or
Yes.
are they concurrent?
Yes, Smiles.
So we can and should use those documents.
Yes, you can look at anything
they're
that
empty.
was...
Documents is a rough term to.
I mean, they're empty, but they have names.
You'll see
that I
why
look
they're
at them.
like that. They are mainly there as placeholders, but yes, you will be able to see them and interact with them.
Gotcha. I asked the question before I opened them and discovered they were all empty to me, so
Well,
I apologize.
if you open the journal, the Mortician journal, when there's more stuff there, they have
Right.
3 words about the goblin. That's
Easy to punch.
yeah.
Thank you.
Real helpful,
There's also
guys.
some stuff about some people, some locations, and stuff like that. All stuff to sort of peek at, and you guys will be making your own discoveries today, but we'll get into that.
Yippee!
It is a little past midday. We see Slate, and I'll jump right into this. Slate, what do you think your sort of routine, your like midday routine has been since you've been here a while at this point? Probably somewhere just under the 2-week mark.
He's probably just been like not getting like up close and personal with people like that, but like mostly noticing like the people who are leaving, like noting down any like conditions that they're having, just kind of trying to learn as much as he can just by observing about like what sickness people are feeling when they come back from there. As he feels that's maybe the best sort of knowledge to gather before heading in.
Ooh, okay. We can do a quick thing for this to see. I'll let you just roll a recall knowledge with medicine as you sort of go around and gather more and more information about these people that are coming up over these couple weeks. So roll me a medicine check, blind medicine check. Okay. As you sort of spend the last week and a half asking around, and maybe sort of like treating some people who you see are worse off and giving them some assistance, you notice that the biggest sign is fatigue. It is accompanied by like a slowed heart rate, or like a softer heartbeat, as their entire body is sort of withered. You hear some stories about people going down, finding their own ways down to the inner rim, and the farther down they seem to go, you notice that they are much, much worse off. The people who have gone down to like the middle rim, they can barely, like, you can barely tell without getting close to them and stuff. They're able to keep their sort of airs about them, but the people you can really spot out are the people who have gone down to this inner rim. So that is mostly what you learn. And it's in the middle of you sort of caring for one of these people that you hear a message in your head from a familiar voice. Hello, this is Lilith. No need to worry. Come down to the Mortician's aid today as we've finished gathering your party. As soon as you can, there's no rush.
He would respond back in his head, being somewhat aware how the message spell works, and just be like, I'll be on my way shortly.
And with that, you feel the sort of small buzz in your head go away. And The person you are treating in front of you sort of looks up. It's like, is there a problem?
Nothing urgent. I will finish treating you, but you'll most likely be my last patient for the day.
Well, it's appreciated nonetheless. Your help has at least taken the edge off.
The most I can.
You're planning on going down as well?
If the person I talked to is able to find some people who would make the journey a bit easier, then yes.
Here's hoping for you, and be careful. Wouldn't want a kind man like you getting hurt down there. And with that, the man in front of you, like, sort of gets up off of the seat that he's been in and walks out. Imagine you're just sort of doing this, like, in the sort of pub area of an inn, like the inn that you've been sleeping at. Like, sort of open treatment for adventurers that have been coming by.
Yeah, just not trying to establish anything solid, but it's more of just helping out where I can.
And with that, you start to make your way over to the Mortician's aid. And upon walking in, you see three unfamiliar faces. Would we like to start with Wolfram, as you see Slate walk in the door? Would you like to describe your character?
Yes. You walk in and see Wolfram, a young man with bleached white skin that seems to be glowing with a ghostly pallor, and his eyes downturned upon a dark leather-bound book with images of spiral patterns adorned across it. There are no words that you can recognize on the cover that is slightly tilted towards you, but above it, the pages are well worn and certainly not, what do you call it? Oh, no, not new. It's an old book. And you can tell with the ruggedness of the edges, accidental creases and folding of pages, that Wolfram at least, but possibly even others, have spent a considerable portion of time reading this specific book. When you walk in, Wolfram's eyes, but not his head, glance up towards you, and you lock eyes with him. And in searching for some sort of color in there, all you see is just, at the distance you're at, just gray. There is no color to his eyes whatsoever. But that does not mean that they're devoid of shine, as they seem to be bright in the way that they dart quickly across your body, analyzing who you are, what you could be good at, that sort of stuff. Feeling content with his analysis of you, Wolfram puts his eyes back down towards his book and continues reading.
All right. Lucille, would you like to describe your character?
You see a woman leaning against the wall, spear out in hand, polishing it. You can see one of her hands just checking across the pouches that she currently has on her chest, making sure all the rations and everything are in order. But mostly, her eyes don't really seem too much there. She notices that someone came into the room, but doesn't really pay too much mind on who it is or what they're there for. She just knows that she needs to be ready for something today.
And lastly, Juno and Oswald. What would the two of you be doing as you're sort of waiting?
Having just gotten to the meeting grounds, Juno's just kind of prepping up Oswald for what's to come today, and also double checking her gears in tip-top shape. The night before, she had a really bad nightmare, so she's a bit shaken up. However, upon noticing the new figure that came in, it helped her snap out of it, and she jumps up from where she was sitting and gives a quick hello. Hi! Are you our fourth?
I believe so.
Nice to meet you. I'm Juno.
Slate.
And with that, would you like to describe your character, Slate?
Yeah. dwarven man with like tanned skin, definitely from the heat rather than natural. Around his fairly common like loose clothing, he has a carved dove necklace that he wears. He has his brown hair that typically pulled back into like a high bun. And then the only other thing really noticeable, like outside of just being like a common dude, is at his side, he has a scimitar that is this bright orange metal.
Huge. Seeing that you have arrived and Lilith is sitting behind her desk, she smiles at you and stands up. Says, "Okay, now that everyone's here, I'd like to call your attention to get started and see if we can get you all on your way today." With that, she takes out two things. One that all of you would be familiar with, the Mortician's Journal. The other being a lockbox, about the size of a shoebox, maybe a little bit smaller, which is the Mortician's lockbox. And she first holds up the journal, says, "All right, I'll be giving you two things on your way down, so that I can support you from here, and that you all can help me and give whatever you need up to me. The first is for information, and it is going to be the Mortician's Journal, what you are all familiar with at this point. Everything written down in the journal today, or, well, I suppose any day, will be transferred between all copies. There are 3 copies of it. One of them is in my possession, one of them will be in your party's possession, and the other will be with the Delver's Heart, which is the other party. Anything written in it will be transferred between, so make sure that you are taking notes, and good notes. There are, in theoretically, infinite amount of pages, so feel free to write as you need. If you're a little bit wordy, that is all fine, as long as everybody can read it. Along with that, you can move pages around. She sort of demonstrates by taking a page out of the book and physically moving it to another part, and it just sort of sutures itself into the book. However, any pages that are taken out and let go of, and she sort of demonstrates this by ripping out another page and letting it go into the air, and you see it sort of dissipate and turn into this fine mist and then disappear. Anything that is taken out of the book will be removed, so you can't use this as any sort of kindling or the sort, so simply keep that in mind. The other is a bit more important to how I'm going to be helping you all, and she moves the lockbox to the front. This functions as a spacious pouch. It can fit a lot into it, and it's linked. She points to the back of the room where there are 2 sort of matching lockboxes. It links to your team's lockbox up here. They're connected storage, so anything that you put into it, I will be able to access. The other party won't be able to access it without me transferring it over. No need to worry about getting into each other's pockets. But the big thing about this is anything that you put in here, you can make notes if you would like me to sell anything for you. And I can take it out of here and sell it and give you back the gold. Or keep it here for safekeeping. It is up to you. On top of that, I can also buy stuff for you from the surface here. There are plenty of shops and merchants' guilds around here, so I can shop around, and any gear or things that you may need, you can simply ask and I will buy them for you. There are somewhat strict rules on buying and selling that I've included with the box as far as times when those things will be happening. But other than that, make sure that you do not put any organic or living goods in the box. It is fine, to put your hand into it or so on and so forth, to take something out and put something in. There will be no harm done there, but putting like live creatures into it wholly, or like plants or meat or so on and so forth, will cause them to spoil. By that same logic, you guys will also have to scavenge for whatever food or rations down below. It shouldn't be too difficult. From what I've heard, there are plenty of wildlife and other things down there. Along with that, you will be supplied with rations going down. So here's hoping it doesn't become a problem. Are there any questions?
No, that seems all straightforward to me.
Perfect. Man, I'm glad this is going more smoothly than with the other group. She sort of chuckles to herself.
With the other group?
Yes, one member in particular was a little rambunctious during our meeting. She pushes both the journal and the lockbox forward. I'm sure you guys will be able to keep these safe and look through these and be able to make good use of them. Let's figure out who in general is going to be holding the journal. Anybody can still write in it and so on and so forth at pretty much any time, but it's more for, if getting into dire situations, who has it on them. So who wants the journal?
I believe Wolfram raises his hand and says, I believe it best that somebody who knows how to take care of books and tomes holds on to it.
Probably not me.
Meaning myself.
Lucille was halfway to raising her own hand to take custody of the book, but seeing someone else, she just puts back down.
Alrighty, then with that, I will hand the journal over to Wolfram.
After all, this is a magic item and should be cared for as a unique item as it is.
Everything that I've sort of described is also written in the description of the journal, so if you ever need to know any of that stuff, you can feel free to peek at it. Along with that, you can see who would like the Mortician's lockbox to hold on to it?
I'll take it.
Perfect. Now that we have that all figured out, I will let the four of you go, and good luck down there, and stay safe, most importantly. We've already heard back some dangers from the first party. They left early this morning.
You've heard of this? Have they returned?
She pulls from her drawer her copy of the Mortician's journal. She says, nope, simply information that I've garnered from here.
Ah, I see that they had a small struggle at the outside of the settlement.
Mm-hmm.
I see, along the river. Okay, yes. Flipping through the journal.
Oh, almost forgot. They actually sent something over your way. And she reaches into one of the lockboxes at the back of the room and hands a map over to the group with some markings already made on it. As a courtesy, they handed this over. And with that, I will move us over to Overworld, where you guys are able to see there's already a couple markings on the map, which are the locations that have already been. None of them have been, actually explored yet, but there are a couple things that the party has figured out about, a couple points of interest.
Yeah, I see in the journal, under the locations tab, they talk a bit about some of them.
Yeah. After being, the map is given, I will walk up to Lilith and be like, well, if we are able to exchange items between groups, I was curious on something you mentioned. If I were to make things to heal people, out of the plants and such down there, would that be able to be exchanged through the lock boxes or no?
More than likely not, especially if they're made from sort of natural herbs and the such, will more than likely spoil.
All right.
Mechanically, is that because they're using infused reagents or something like that? Or some other, like, alchemically similar mechanic?
Partially. The reason is because of mechanically is because of the curse. Like being essentially above ground and below ground at the same time would cause whatever thing to be introduced to the curse and then immediately affected by the curse, like maximum. So it just sort of causes it to spoil and wither.
So, and then Wolfram's thinking, then I wonder, does that mean that all elixirs, since they are non-magical, are subject to the curse and therefore are not worth keeping in the box? Testing needs to be done. I imagine all the stuff that's new, meaning for us is everything, particularly with the locations tab in the journal, Wolfram probably reads aloud, just unassumingly. That way we all are caught up on the, 10 miles, blah, 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 and wrong thing. Are we all literate? I guess that's a conversation, never mind.
We're all literate, but not all of us have our allocated languages.
Oh, true. Something that I wanted to do at the start of here, and as you all, is there anything else that you guys wanted to wrap up as you are here at the Mortician's Aid? Nope.
Nothing that comes to mind right now.
Speak up! Cool. Then, without further ado then, the four of you start to make your way to the pulley, the sort of system that's been made to lower adventurers down into the hollow. And as you are all walking there, let's solve something real quick, because I know there's people with a couple people with unallocated languages, I think.
Who?
Yeah, Juno has 2, Lucille has 1, and Wolfram has
None.
You've already figured all of those out. Cool.
Shit, so many languages.
So, for
I guess
Juno and Lucille, you guys can pick pretty much anything that would work with, your character, anything that you might be able to think of. If you have any questions about, like, maybe regional stuff that your character might know or so on and so forth, I can also lead you in directions to different languages as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Since I know my character lived near/in Absalom for a long time, but that's like a kind of melting pot of languages there.
Yeah,
So it really could just be anything.
Most of the more common languages, like Elven, Dwarven, Gnomish, like that sort of stuff, that sort of the base races would know. You might have picked up one of them in your time living there.
Looking at the wiki, I see that Absalom is 11% halfling, so I'll go with halfling.
Sounds good.
Apparently in the wiki, Absalom is 62% human, 11% halfling, and then 8% half elf.
Huh.
I have no idea where to start. Being from the caves, were there creatures that spoke languages?
What was the
It's Sakvroth.
Sakvroth.
I know it.
Okay.
Sakvroth.
That would be a good one for you.
Hi.
That would be fitting with your character.
Yeah, Juno, give yourself Fae.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Fae could be good. Fae could be something that you may have picked up from...
Michaela.
Yeah, from Michaela. Could
can't
be
help
something you
notice
picked
that
up from her
Michaela.
while you were living with her.
Yeah.
Oswald doesn't have languages.
Oh.
Speak.
He doesn't understand us if we say words to him. No.
Yeah, so those two work
Oswald
pretty
is
damn
illiterate.
fine.
I just give him a look and he knows.
If you're standing on the wrong side of him, though, he doesn't see the look. The monocle's in the way.
He
The
doesn't wear
monocle.
monocle. He's just blind.
With that being noted, the four of you step onto the pulley, have you guys just been sort of walking in silence, or?
Well, I mean, I imagine we would just be discussing where to go first. It sounds like the other group went from left of the river. I think it would make sense if we started right, personally.
Yeah, more information on what's down there.
I concur.
We'll say the
Down for an adventure.
the pulley itself drops you to just to the left of the river.
Ah,
I was hoping it would go this way.
well. Then I
Seems like a
guess,
design oversight.
how big is the river? Just wondering.
Everything should be pretty accurate to ruler, so
Oh, that's
Oh my
we're
God.
not crossing that.
it's pretty big.
All right,
Mississippi.
we're not fording this.
When we walk up to the river, Wolfram looks at it, and since we can barely make out anything of detail on the other side, he says, "No, I'll drown," and turns away and starts walking away.
It seems I don't know about y'all, but it seems to me that the other group went down the river. We could follow. My first thought is to follow along the rim, until we get near where the headquarters is supposed to be. Then we can just stay worry around there.
Yeah.
I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself here. A quick second. As you guys are sort of having this conversation as you descend down the pulley, sort of taking a look over the hollow as you gather in all of it, and down below you can see like a good ways below you as this pulley lowers you down the cliffside. What look to be small forest trees sort of in the distance grow into these large sort of sparse trees dotted across the landscape with slight underbrush amongst it. As you lower down into the first sub-area of the first layer, the forest. Upon reaching the bottom, there is a small sort of outpost that has been set up. Couple wooden fences and such, just to keep any monsters or other ne'er-do-wells from affecting the pulley in any way. Since people are being dropped down so far, want to make sure that nobody gets into an accident. You notice a sort of person who's overwatching, a sort of guard, see you guys come. It's like, I haven't seen your guys' faces before. I'm assuming you're heading over into the forest here. Be warned, we have seen an uprising of goblins as of late. They've been up and around and have been spreading from their usual spot.
Where's their usual spot?
Over towards the west. We don't know exactly where they sort of come from, but they normally hang out on the western side of the forest here.
I have another question. Is there not another pulley to get over to the right side of the river?
No.
How many people ever go to the right side of the river?
People have mentioned checking out that area. I mean, there was a structure built a while back to try and make it down to below the cloud barrier, but I personally can't remember the path over. You can make it over there from around this side, though, although I've heard it's easier to get over there from down in the inner rim.
All right. And she just waves off the guy.
Is there looking to another party member is, Lucille sort of waves him off, sort of locking eyes with Juno. Is there anything particular that you guys are looking for while you're down here?
Juno's snapped out from her horrors. What direction should we start heading towards?
I suppose a good place to start. There is the watchtower. Watcher's visage. It's on the cliffs, the edge of the forest here. It gives you a pretty good view of the place, and you might be able to pick up some more information from there. Do you guys have a map?
Oh yeah, we do.
Taking a quick peek at it, he marks on your guys. He puts a mark on your guys' map. Ba-bum! Watcher's visage.
Oh.
Sure, there's plenty to find in between here and there as well. Stay careful and, watch each other's backs, I suppose.
Before we leave, was there another party that came around these parts earlier today?
There've been a couple. We get a decent amount of people coming through here, as it's the main way down into the hollow.
Oswald gets antsy. Okay, friends, shall we get going?
Let's head out.
Mm-hmm.
With that, your guys' party begins to go out. Where would you like to start moving?
I mean, I feel like Watcher's Visage is probably a good option because it gives us a vantage point as well as it seems closer than some of the other marked things we know about.
True.
Mm-hmm.
A little wary of going towards where the other group is trudged, but
Well,
it's
We
fine.
could just go in the forest.
I have
Instead
a.
of...
If this marker on the map is accurate, reaching in towards his belt, he pulls up a compass. Says, if the marker on the map is accurate, we can just follow the compass north. It should get us pretty close.
Yep, relatively.
Should skip the other party entirely.
All right.
I assume we
Yeah.
can't. Where the party is not something we can see on the map,
I
right?
Yeah.
flavored it as something that they left in the journal. I'm going to be real with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much
screw
everything
the
you
river.
can see here on the map is
they
something
literally
that you would
say
know.
they follow the river.
Okay.
With that, we will get into our exploration then. If you open that party window that I mentioned before, you can see that there is a party travel speed handy
As mentioned
dandy.
before, I do apologize for bringing the travel speed down.
Hop on Oswald's back, man.
So true.
So at 20 feet, you guys would be able to move 2 miles per hour. However, there are activities and stuff that the party can be doing while during travel, such as like scouting, which would give you an increase to your initiatives, so on and so forth. That would bring your travel speed down to half, which would make it so you could travel 1 mile per hour. Every one of these time segments is going to be sort of split by a single hour.
I imagine, in terms of exploration activities, what's everyone most privy to in the party? Y'all got something you want to do in particular?
Well, the one that I'm
Hi.
most privy. This is me as a player. The one I'm most privy to is not the one that we need right now.
I'm guessing what you're most privy to is to search for herbs and stuff.
Oh, no, I was saying treat wounds. That's the one I'm most privy to for exploration
That-
activity.
I mean, that's not.
It's on exploration activities for
it is
when
an
you click the add
exploration
activity.
activity.
This is an exploration.
It is something I will
Okay.
take into account. Like, say if you treated wounds and then moved the rest of the way, like I would adjust your travel speed accordingly.
Mm.
I think treating wounds doesn't say you travel at something of your speed, right? So we would have to not move for that.
Yeah.
It would be we don't move for 10 minutes and then move normally.
Then the rest of the time you'd be moving. Yeah.
We could change activity, yeah.
I would imagine it would be either me or Juno that would be doing either a scout or search activity.
Yeah, I'd send Oswald out to scout.
Does anybody have any feats or abilities that make it scouting faster? Because we'll move at half speed if someone's scouting.
All right, so then it would be either me or Juno, and then we would be going at 15 feet. Does that sound good? Or
Wouldn't it be 10? Because you're
Yeah,
right.
because they
Yeah.
have 30. So yeah,
Yep.
technically you guys could do that without bringing the party speed down too much.
do we want to just be auto scouting everywhere? That sound good? Or no?
I don't mind.
I'm saying we should. +1 bonuses here and there are pretty good. Unless we have somewhere to be. We're just going.
So one of you want to have scout and one of you want to have search? Question mark.
Sure.
Anybody else want to be doing anything?
I mean, we're already moving at half speed because of the other stuff, right?
Juno and Lucille's half speed is 15. So, like, if you did yours, then it would drop the party travel speed down to 10. Which is the, unfortunate part about being a little slower.
Yeah. I will ask, like, would people want me to have guidance prepared for the start of combat? Because I can do I assume I could do, like, repeat a spell and have guidance ready.
Guidance?
Yep.
Isn't someone immune to guidance, like, for the rest of the day if you cast it?
It's not for the rest of the day. It's for, like, 10 minutes. I am fine with it as you sort of, like, having it prepped. This is how I worded it with, like, the other group as well. As long as it is a cantrip, you should be able to do it. Unless it specifies, like, once per day or whatever. So, like, as long as it's once per hour, I'd be fine with you, like, having the spell prepped and ready, and then, like, as soon as something would happen, you would do it. Yeah. Kind of like having your shield raised for other people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything. I don't want to slow us down. That, and there's nothing that really calls out to me.
Cool.
This is just the main things I was thinking. And we can always just drop scout and search if we ever want to move faster.
Well, we could even hustle at that point, which makes it double.
True. You guys can go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are heading towards Watcher's Visage. That was the decision, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. And with that, I will make a roll on the Fates die.
Shit.
Yippee!
Every side of the die is a different type of encounter, which will be blind to you for now. You will gradually be able to figure out more about it as we keep going. But for now...
Two.
Two.
All right, let me put that down in the journal notes. You can roll 2.
Felt the winds change, and then suddenly they were upon us.
I feel like I've been like looking around so much, but all I see are just trees.
Well, I mean, the man mentioned that there might be goblins around, but didn't really mention anything else of note that we would see before getting to the Watcher's Visage.
Well, recall that this place is quite new as far as the world goes. Perhaps dangerous creatures haven't had time to move in, acquire their own territory.
How does the place even become new anyway?
Most likely magic.
There's a little too much magic to my liking.
I don't see any other explanation for trees as wide and tall as these that are so young. I'm turning towards Slate. So you a priest of Sarenrae? Motioning towards like your icon thing. What is it called? Necklace?
Yeah. Yes, I do worship the Dawnflower. She's what makes me have some amount of magic. Are you also a priest of someone?
Well, you could say that. I've never formally served, but that was the intention. Sarenrae just seems too, I don't know, too optimistic for me. I prefer to be more grounded with what's real. So I follow the Lady of Graves herself, Pharasma.
Oh, like Lilith.
Yes, actually, me and Lilith have had some interesting conversations about Pharasma. But it is refreshing, I will say, to find someone else who recognizes that magic itself and our own physical strength are not enough to understand all that there is about this world. After all, at the university, many were atheistic or, at the very least, not practicing or not worshipping whatsoever.
I somewhat agree with your sentiment, but I myself am only began worship not too long ago. I had been a follower of Sarenrae in passing, but did not seek priesthood with her until more recently. I can heal in multiple ways, but the more divine side of it has come more recently.
You can heal the body, but only Siren Ray can heal the soul, you might say.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
And with that, you guys find yourselves sort of underneath these towering oak trees. So how starting of encounters are going to work is you may place your token within 10 feet of the party token.
I'll be in the middle. You scare me.
Cool.
Can't wait for us to be blasted by an area attack.
It's fine.
yes,
Stone
the level
ulti
1
right
fireball.
here.
wait, no.
And it's sort of as Wolfram and Slate's conversation sort of dies out, Juno, you notice Oswald perk their ears up as you are sort of paying attention and scouting ahead. And as soon as you see Oswald perk his ears up, you sort of start to listen up as well, and you start to hear some voices. They aren't speaking a language you understand, but you do hear some small voices coming from this area by the other tree.
Hey, so Oswald picked up some voices. I'm honestly not super sure what they're speaking, but it's coming from that direction. She points over to the other tree.
Something that we couldn't understand. I say we expect it to be hostile. The seal leads the party forward. Is this kind of our formation we want?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's stuff.
As you sort of turn the way there, you see some tokens, some tokens. You see some people, some creatures. It's hard to get a full view of them, but you see a couple of them on the other side of the tree across the way. And they don't seem to have noticed you yet. Yeah, they're like 100-ish feet away.
Goblins, huh?
I mean, do we want to try to go in
Juno.
carefully?
How far does that thing shoot?
Pretty fucking far. I don't know how exactly though.
I would like to recall knowledge on goblins to see if they're likely to fight us immediately. I imagine this is society.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we know is that they're easy to punch.
I would say with that, as you've sort of spent the last couple days taking notes and jotting around town, maybe not like your average goblin might be like decently hostile, especially if they're in a group. But more often than not, they'd be pretty skittish, especially with like a full group. However, you have heard tellings of goblins around here being more aggressive for one reason or another. Especially as of late, as you got that warning from the guard at the bottom of the pulley.
All right.
It doesn't seem likely that they'll make the first move, but it's certainly the option that we might run into a combat here. Do we want to fight them?
Are they too far away for me to see? Like, do they have like a horn or anything to like alert other nearby people?
It's hard to say. You can only make out like a bit of two of them.
Okay.
Because personally, I'd prefer not to fight. I don't think I'm much good in a fight.
Not much good in a fight.
You know, if you look at Wolfram, you'd see that he kind of looks like worried and nervous.
Juno slings her arm around him. This bad boy, I think we'll be just fine. She raises up her gun triumphantly.
He like glances at Juno like she's insane and like tries to get out of her arm.
Juno is waving a two-handed gun with one hand.
Also, Juno, you would know the question that was asked to you earlier, that you could probably hit a shot without any real problems from about 300 feet away.
Easy.
As long as you were
This whole board.
as long as you were hunting prey, you can go into your second range increment without any penalties, which every range increment for you is 150 feet.
You're firing a sniper rifle with cannonballs in it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Juno
Well-
has an actual sniper.
yeah. I mean, Wolfram, do you think it'd be plausible for us to avoid contact with them? Like, stay out of their line of sight and such? Or do you think that we are forced to encounter them and hope that it does not go to combat?
I'm saying that we should assume the worst and we should deal with them.
I think we should assume the worst and avoid them.
All right, Juno, what do you think?
I'm in favor of what this little lady has got to say.
Hmm.
All right.
What about wait? What about the hyena? Hyena gets a vote.
Oswald's wagging his tail.
No!
Eager to be part of the fight.
Oh. Wait, what does the devil? What does the Delver's soul think?
A wind blows over the group.
All right. Well,
So, here's my thought. It might not be the best thought. I was planning on going around through with the being hidden by the tree in front of them until I get within 60 feet, so that way I can rush in and stab them. But I am like the only melee person of the group, I think.
Oswald.
Well, Oswald,
He's
true.
got your back.
True. So I was just wondering if that's all good with y'all.
I mean, would it not be better to stay under the large tree cover? Like,
It could be better.
Regardless, I have your back
can
wherever
you
you
rush
are.
in this direction and stay under tree cover? Or-
True. I mean, true. It could be what we could do is like Juno like starts sniping, but all of us are hidden behind the tree waiting for him.
Don't
Any
worry.
of those?
I will happily hide behind the tree.
I bet you would. Would you be all good with that, Juno? We all just hide here, and if they rush you, we rush them back.
Just let me know when to shoot.
Juno's just taking pot shots from.
We have chosen blood today.
A hunt prey on closest.
So you guys are starting from here then? Are you starting combat from here? I guess Juno, you can move a little bit over around the tree so you can actually see them. If you are initiating combat, I'll let you guys get you can take a shot as they have still not noticed you. And as this shot hits, first of all, roll some damage. Press that damage button.
Oh,
Yeah.
Please.
Mid-roll.
You manage to connect, but it only grazes by as you sort of fire by the side of this stump as they take 2 whole damage, and you see it like
fucking go.
you see it like connect with their cheek, or like blow by their cheek, and they scream, and you hear a lot of rustling coming from behind the tree as we start combat. Would everybody like to roll for initiative?
No, I would not.
Using perception, I assume.
And we get the +1 circumstance, right? Because of.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was
Guys,
scouting.
+1 circumstance.
Shit,
Could
didn't
I
add
roll
that.
with society because thinking about these guys?
I do not have the permission to change it to a 17.
Yeah, I'll let you do that since you were starting the
Oh my.
combat with that.
Thank you.
As I mentioned before, guys,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
I have the highest perception of our group.
And with that, Slate, it is your action. What would you like to do? Your turn
fuck.
first.
What is the rule about moving through other players? Like, or is that not a space, or is it a space?
What you can move through players freely
Okay, I
as
can
long
move.
as they are allied. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't end in a player space though, unless you have something that lets you. So
Just get more behind the tree.
that was 1 stride.
Yeah, and then yeah, he's just gonna position himself more behind the tree to get out of view of the goblins, and then He's going to cast Guidance on Juno.
Huge.
Well, their one action they have is shield, and that's not helpful right now. Can I do Guidance again on a second person?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's...
Sure.
Wolfram, especially, he did not want to be in combat, so this one's gonna go to Lucille.
It is now one of Goblin's turns. As from behind the tree, Juno, you see one of them use their first action to sprint out from behind the tree and get a better look. They scream something to the rest of their group in a language that you do not understand. And they then move up and around. Next is the goblin that was shot. It is also going to follow its buddy, and next is Wolfram. As they're running, you see them fidgeting with their weaponry.
I don't believe I'd be able to see them probably, but I probably could, I don't know, hear them or something.
Yeah, you definitely
I'm
would
gonna
hear
let-
them.
Yeah. Hear them screaming. I'm gonna let Lucille go first since we're at the same initiative.
Dang. I kind of wish I took sudden charge. I didn't know the maps would be this big.
You're spoiled by abomination balls.
So true, actually.
Oh,
I'm
thank you
gonna
for the
stride
reminder.
out, and then I'm going to stride again to here,
30-foot
and then I see the
movement.
other remaining ones over there.
Shoot.
Yes, behind the tree, you see, as you run up, you sort of glance over to the side as you're getting your surroundings, and you see one slightly larger, bulkier goblin, who is holding more of a glaive, and you see two more smaller ones behind it.
Well, I don't
Huge.
want to be all the way. I don't want to be all the way out on my own over here. So I'm going to. This is kind of difficult terrain, by the way.
Yes, the bushes do count as difficult
Ah, I
terrain.
see. Wait, actually, hang on. This is difficult terrain. So these guys can't actually get in here, can they? That I know of.
Smiles.
You can do a call out to find
It's
out.
not, Lucille's tanky.
Then I'm going to just back up here.
Cool. Now, Wolfram.
Hearing Lucille move and run towards them, he's going to say, "Where's she going? I thought we were gonna wait for them." He's gonna do a recall knowledge. I would like to know any sort of tricks or stuff like that they might have. Maybe they recorded something in the journal. Something other than just running at us and hitting us with strikes. Anything other than striding and striking. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, what would you like me to roll?
What would you like to roll?
That's probably society. I think the monsters usually say what typical skills for them would be.
Yeah, society is applicable. So,
Sweet.
as you are sort of panicking, as Lucille sort of runs out, it's hard for you to really get your mind to focus, to be able to think. As you
Well, they could have at least
know-
written something down in this journal for us. And then I'm going to spend 2 actions preparing to aid Juno's next shot.
Ooh.
Maybe saying, "Oh, you should aim for the neck." And now I will spend an action, like, helping to get in the way.
helping to get in the way.
Yeah, maybe maybe grabbing the end of her rifle or something, just behind the bayonet, trying to hold it up for her.
Now it's Juno's turn.
Eee.
So you can spend one of your actions to give Oswald 2 actions, is how it works. So you
After
already-
the first shot I did, I hoped I reloaded after that, but then
you would not have had the time to yet.
Okay.
So you are currently
Okay.
unloaded.
If only you had taught me how to reload for you, I could have done it here. With my one action.
clicks her tug for the goblins have ran out of her range, so she decides to stride.
Wolfram still holding the end of your gun as you move.
Guess I'll reload.
All right, an action to reload, action to stride, and last action strike, I assume.
And I'll be still on the same hunted prey.
Alrighty, you take aim down your barrel. Let me see that attack roll.
Damn.
Fuck!
9. Maybe it's the bushes. Maybe it's just the somebody.
Juno's not used to cooperation.
Yeah.
Just roll from 30 and you're done.
And you can see through the brush that the goblin you shot at does like a funny little dance at you after you miss, taunting
Juno
you.
flips him off.
Me or him?
The goblin!
In a deeper voice, you hear in common, "Adventures again. All you guys come into our turf, taking our land. All right, let's show them what's what, boys." As the bigger one comes out from behind the tree and
Where are they all from
starts
Boston?
making their way. Oh, whoops! Using all 3 turns to stride. Next, there is another one of the goblins that starts making their way out from behind the tree, and it's going to use its reaction since it ended to take an extra step. And this one is going to also be moving 3 strides, and then take an extra step. And with that, we are back up to the top of the order. Slate, what would you like to do?
Over there with 1 stride, and then the wooden symbol is gonna light with a like orangish light, and I'm gonna cast Divine Lance at this one, the front one there.
Alrighty. Let me see that attack roll. Ooh, that is going to be a hit.
Nice hit.
Let me see that
It's
damage.
on their e-game today.
Mid damage. That's
Yeah.
okay.
As they seem to be pretty substantially wounded from that, as they sort of recoil backwards. Seeing you are in the brush, they are going to hesitate for a moment before pushing themselves through the underbrush to try and get to you using 2 strides.
That triggers my reaction.
Ah.
Low roll, unfortunate.
As they approach you, you take your reactive strike, and they just barely are able to sort of duck out of the way as they continue on to you. And they attack with their rusty, ratty-looking sword with some holes in it. Does an 18 hit?
It meets, so yeah.
Meets it, beats it. Let me roll that damage. 4.
Here we go.
Cool. With that, the other Goblin Warrior is going to start making their way over right next to their buddy and take a swing at you. Holy
Damn.
rolls!
These rolls. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Alright.
Take 5. One swing after another. The first one, you are able to sort of use your height advantage to sort of push them off as they sort of just barely scrape you. And the second one, you feel it start to find purchase through your armor as your stamina drops to 0. Let's look at Lucille. It's now your turn. What would you like to do?
She's bleeding.
Alright. I wanna tiptoe around this guy just in case he also has attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna go ahead and retreat here.
Okay.
And then which one of these was the injured one?
Closest to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swipe at the closest one.
Alrighty, let me see that roll. Just barely hits.
Woo! Cool.
And with that, you're able to sort of, as you back up from the other two, you, with a flourish, are able to swing your guisarme at this goblin warrior and take them out.
And then I'm going to retreat further away over next to Slate.
Cool. Next would be Wolfram. What would you like to do?
probably doesn't matter. I'm trying to do that. Okay, great. Cold better. Wolfram, seeing that he was not helpful whatsoever with the first attempt. I want to do a recall knowledge again. I'm gonna get this.
Alrighty.
Can you get this one? I want to know resistances. Sorry, not resistances, saving throws.
Saving throws. You know that their will is their highest saving throw.
What? Okay, great. I don't believe that, but Wolfram sure does. Okay, that's good then. I'm going to cast Frostbite then. And I'm going to remove energy. So essentially how that works is I can add or remove energy from a lot of like elemental attacks, which are usually fire or cold, and that'll change the type of damage they do and other stuff and traits on them. So for this one I could have made it like a fire ray instead of a cold ray. Frostbite, formerly known as Ray of Frost. So it's at 120 feet, and I believe I have line of sight. I'm just going to do the closest fella. And then you need to make a fortitude save, I believe.
Basic fortitude. Yep.
17! That's my DC. Enjoy your success. You're 3 damage, you bastard.
So basic fortitude save is half damage, right?
Yeah, basic fortitude save means affects how much damage you take, yeah. As opposed to the effects you take.
Cool.
Different.
In which case, we'll take half damage. You still see it shiver in its boots as you do this to it, but it's definitely not as effective as it could have been.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Juno.
I reload once more. Getting increasingly angrier at this taunting goblin in front of me. Kinda tunneling from all the other ones.
This time for sure, right?
Yeah, this time for sure.
This time for sure.
Oh. Next time for sure.
Unfortunate. Next time.
Next time for sure. We gotta get the dice tracker, how we were tracking every single roll from Lacrimosa. Time to
I
do
was
that for
going
this.
to, and then I found out about blind GM rules, and I'm like, I can't do this now.
Guess Smith has to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All visible rolls.
Your bullet goes straight
True.
by both the bigger goblin and then by your target as it goes wide.
Do a quick whistle over to Oswald for my last.
Cool. Oswald has 2 actions. What would you like to do?
I'd like to stride. Wait, how far?
Oswald has 40 feet of movement.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I want him to go to this close. And strike.
All right, let me see that Oswald strike. Let me see him go absolutely dog mode.
Oswald got that dog in him.
Got that dog in him.
Jaws.
Jaws.
The movie. Whoa!
Nice.
Thank
let
you,
me see
fucking lord.
Let me see that damage.
Thank
If
God.
it's anything like Hemlock,
Fucking-
Precision.
that's pretty good. A low roll. Almost today.
That
Or
is
not
enough
precision.
to take down this goblin as Oswald
Let's go.
runs up, grabs the goblin by the leg and just sort of yanks, and it falls down onto the ground, and as it hits its head, it perishes.
That's my
Goblins
boy.
have different HP. That's cool.
The metagamer.
Oh.
All right.
Y'all, why do you think I volunteered to write down the bestiary stuff?
Did you make sure you got will save highest?
Yeah, you want to look in the journal right now?
Oh, let's do it.
After seeing Oswald take down one of their companions, the larger goblin takes a step forward with their large sort of glaive and takes a swing at Oswald. Whew. And misses, and in a rage
Woohoo!
takes another swing with
Oh, no.
multiple attack penalty.
Sunk cost fallacy.
No!
My dog!
Shit.
Oswald takes 8
Holy
damage.
shit. He's
Oswald, get out of there fast! Get out of there!
Medic!
Yeah. As
My boy!
His-
Oswald is able to sort of get away from some of that blow, but still takes a hit, like their front shoulder, as they run out of stamina.
I swear Oswald fucking dies.
Oswald dies session 1.
No!
Next is... Those are 2 dead goblins. Next is Slate.
Well, I mean, it worked last time. So what if I just stride and then divine lance at the close goblin? Ooh, boy.
No.
Gotta get it out of the way somehow.
Swing and a miss! As the,
Yeah, it's not worth spending a hero point on that, I don't think.
you
Good.
create the divine lance in your hand, and as you sort of step forward to this larger goblin, it looks over towards you, and as you throw it, it just sort of fizzles out in the air.
Yo, just human cleric 6 months ago. Woo!
That is all 3 actions. You hear a scuttling in the bushes to the north of you, Slate, as out of the woodwork, the 2 goblins from before start to make their way forward. This one is going to take 2 strides to get to the other side of you. As it rounds up behind you, it's going to take a swing with its weapon.
Ah, yeah, that hits.
Roll damage. 5.
And that thing really does slice dogs.
As you are narrowly
my-
able to get away from the blade of it, but are still sort of hit with the blunt side of the blade, only lightly bruising you. Yeah, it has the movement to do this in 1.
Yeah, in 1? That's crazy.
As it gets up close to you and takes its swing.
That's
Ooh.
Holy
Ouch.
rolls.
Oh.
That's crazy roll.
They
Take
kind of
another
hate us.
5.
They hate us because they ain't us. Well, probably because we shot at them, but hey.
No. And then in
Someone
a
did this.
fit of wild swings, it's going to take another swing and another hit.
Let's go! The healer dies in session 1.
Take 6.
I'm still up.
That high constitution really coming in handy as
14 HP.
3
God.
swings of these rusty, nasty little swords
I would
find
be on the
purchase
floor.
under your robes. All right, Lucille, it is now your turn.
I'm going to move over here. Come up, run up behind, straight behind Slate. Tell him to get behind me as I swipe over for this one.
20 hit.
Let's fucking go.
Oh my god, he's dead!
Oh, we don't know how much health it has.
He's dead.
Oh, he's so dead.
He's pretty
than
dead.
We know it's less
And
than
then I
8%.
swipe at the other one.
That one is going to miss. But your first swing, as you run up behind Slate, a flourish and a spin of the guisarm, bring it straight through the goblin, cutting it in 2 as it falls to the ground. And then looking over to the other goblin and taking a swing, probably trying not to hit Slate like in the midst of your swings. All right, Wolfram, what would you like to do?
I know what I'd like to do. Yeah, let's do it, I guess. Seeing how things are going poorly, Oswald and Slate are near death. Wolfram puts a hand up to his forehead and shakes his head, and then blows up mind.
Oh,
He thinks
What the heck?
focus, energy, and is going to stride towards this goblin. I'll probably go this way to keep the tree on his back. Then he's going to cast Ignition, adding energy. and I'm going to amp it, which means I'll spend a focus point, and it'll increase my damage to a D10. But it also, because of the oscillating wave, my class feature, my melee attack reach is increased by 5 feet. So this is a melee attack.
Huge.
And
Okay.
in melee, when amped, it's a D12, not a D10. So here we go.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Thank you for the
Nerd
paragraph.
emoji.
Yeah, it gave me the jump to bottom prompt
Yeah.
for one attack.
Holy shit.
I hope I hit.
Roll for attack.
Let's go!
Ooh.
25. Short of a crit.
No!
Roll damage.
Yeah, that. So that's 1 splash damage and 13 fire damage. And then put my hand to my head, my forehead, and snap my fingers with the other hand, pointing towards this goblin, and there's an eruption of fire. You continue.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. For
You do it.
any sort of describing your attacks, if you want to do it, feel free. If you don't end up doing it, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the flavor of it is very important to me. So if you want to take control, go for it. It is once the flame starts to clear, it glares over to you, Wolfram, as there are these sort of burn marks all over its body.
I heard goblins like fire, he'll say. And that's my turn.
Juno.
I'll let Oswald have a turn.
Did Oswald take the 1 splash damage?
Oh, nope. Oops.
Sorry, I burned a puppy.
How could you?
By 1.
Not the puppy.
No.
What would you like to do with Oswald?
Can I strike from here?
Yeah.
Diagonally? Okay, yeah. Fuck this guy up.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Oswald was enraged by how much he got hit.
Alright, let's see if that
Okay,
holds
sure.
true. Roll me that attack roll. 20! It does. Roll me damage.
He was mad.
Big money, big money, big money.
3.
Oh
The net 1!
That's 2
Crying.
nat ones.
Not my day today.
You Oswald bites down at the goblin's leg, and it is just barely able to shake off Oswald as it holds on to the last of its life. What would you like to do with the rest of your actions? You have 2 more. And Oswald has 1.
I recall Oswald back. Just...
Wait.
Back here, puppy.
Well, I have to redo what I was thinking I was gonna do then.
Good die.
Alright.
Yeah. Heal, weren't you?
We're gonna
Other
heal the
directions?
dog.
And then I'll reload.
we'll do it
And
later.
I don't know who I should shoot.
It's up to you. You
Or the
do
goblin
not have your
initiative.
hunt prey up right now on a
Do I have to?
You don't have to make a strike. I'm just mentioning it because you do get bonuses for.
I won't do it.
Cool.
I'll shoot at the big guy actually.
All right, let me see that roll. Oh, another shot
kill
gone
myself.
wide.
At this point, I should just go up.
Are you sure a
Stab him.
rifle is the weapon you're best
you
suited
have-
for?
You have a knife on your gun. Like, just stab them.
The third shot goes wide. It is not even bothered by it is still eyes locked on Wolfram as this bullet flies by its head. And with that, it is now its turn as it steps up to Wolfram.
Juno has doomed me to death.
Let's go strike. It's a 15 hit.
That will hit.
Damage.
Closer than I thought it'd be.
5.
Oh, that's nothing. No big deal.
Oh, it's already into his health.
Immediately, the first swing sort of swings by and cuts you. The next
What?
cuts deeper.
Wait. We can talk.
7.
It's okay, guys. I got 2 HP left.
Holy shit.
I am bleeding profusely. Thank you.
Next on the attack order, Slate.
Cool.
If you know what's good for you, get behind me.
Slate has a different concern right now. He's going to move here, as I'm going to heal. Yeah, do I want to use? Yeah, I feel like I have. Wolfram's almost dead, so he's gonna cast heal.
I just want to let you know, like the third action heal is like a 30-foot AoE, I think.
Yeah, correct. Wolfram's not gonna survive another turn.
Yeah, I do get more. Typically, a 2-action heal will give more than a 3-action heal for one person.
Yeah.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure is all.
Yeah, I was gonna do the 2-action heal because it gives more health to it.
Okay.
So yeah, heal. It's the 2-action.
Roll healing.
Yep. Alright, 10
my
healing to
God.
Wolfram.
With that,
As you begin to heal me, hoping that the color would come back to his parched skin, it actually drains further, and he collapses to the floor.
Seal just
What
looks
if I-
in bewilderment.
as Wolfram goes down, you are currently dying 1. Which
boy.
means it is now the Goblin Warrior's turn, as it is going to go and try and pursue Slate, who was attacking before, and as it moves, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Oh, roll damage.
Oh
my
this
God.
motherfucker!
Yeah.
It goes to move down towards Slate, like it eyes still locked on Slate, goes to run down, and then just to its midsection, out of nowhere, your blade runs through it, and it drops to the ground. Lucille, it is now your turn.
I'll just do it, whatever. I'll get in front of both of you. Useless pieces of shit.
20! Roll that damage! With one final swing, the field clears.
You didn't do
Well,
shit.
We are not out of combat order yet. That was 2 actions. What would you like to do with your third?
That's
If
I got nothing. I don't got healer's tools or anything.
if anything, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell happened here? Aren't you a healer?
I
That's-
tried to
that's all
heal
I'm
him, and I
getting.
don't know what happened. I've never seen someone react to healing that way. But we shouldn't discuss this. He is.
And do something about it.
Juno,
I have to
is there anything you would like to do?
I'm honestly like speechless.
You mean Juno, who left me to die, Juno?
But that was Oswald.
Yeah, if you wouldn't have moved Oswald, I would have done a 30-foot healing and gotten all of us.
I had no idea. Okay, no one said anything to me. I want to do. Can I even heal? I don't think I have any tools.
No.
I'll just regroup and I'll reload my gun just in case.
Is there anything particular that we see of Wolfram as he's lying dying? If like the heal brought you down, would it have like a burn mark or something?
Probably not, other than an even more noticeable discoloration. Probably, like, I don't know, maybe even his hair started to turn gray, as if he was becoming a corpse. I
And-
imagine, like, the cheeks, the skin upon his cheeks, and his hands has become,
Well,
like,
I
pulled
can't
back.
retroactively do a recall knowledge, so.
I mean, this is what
Unfortunate.
you see, yeah. The
Yeah.
skin on his, like, cheeks and face and hands are, like, sunken back, as if, like, he had been dead for some time.
What the hell?
So with that, Wolfram.
Yeah, let me make a death save. I fail. Okay, next.
Dying
Oh, no.
2.
I'm going to administer first aid.
Is that a...
It's an encounter one.
Oh, yeah, you're so
It's
right.
not. It's
yeah.
not treat wound.
It's a 2-action one.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Alright. 2 action. You may attempt
it-
to stabilize.
Stabilize. Okay.
Roll me a medicine check.
Where the fuck are my things? There we go. 21.
That
Nice.
meets. In fact, In which
Yeah.
case, welcome back, Wolfram. Well, not quite welcome back.
that
Wolfram is
means-
unconscious.
And then I still have an action left, right?
We can end.
Yep.
The encounter now.
Encounter is now. There is no longer anybody in danger of dying. Congratulations, you guys have cleared your first encounter. Now that combat is over, you guys are free to do sort of what you wish.
I mean, I could try some natural healing on him, see if that helps him out, but
Well, like Lucille just lowers her weapon, takes a big sigh. Not only did you not get behind me, endangering yourself, but you also knocked down one of the other people.
he was the most injured. He's
Do
the
you
one who
have
knelt.
any sense of self-preservation?
I'm in Martyr's Hollow. I don't think any of us do.
If you go down, then who was going to bring him up if he fell?
You successfully defended there. That
You're only lucky that I was able to get it in time. Try to think about that a little more next time. And you, as Lucille turns her gaze to Wolfram,
he's unconscious still.
Who is still
Yeah,
unconscious,
yeah,
but it's
both
okay.
unconscious.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
what can I do a recall knowledge on what the hell happened?
Yeah. You could give me religion? Question mark? Yeah,
Is there
That
religion? Okay.
That sounds right.
for undead. You cannot piece together.
I don't even know
What it would
what
be.
the heck happened here. Well, whatever you did to stem the bleeding worked, so yeah, just do your shot. As Lucille just goes towards the tree to stand back on it to take a breather.
Am I able to roll treat wounds then?
Yeah. And Lucille is taking a breather.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm assuming Oswald is also going to take a breather.
Yeah.
Cover that stamina. All right, you guys take 10 minutes here as Slade is helping Wolfram. You may recover all of your stamina using one of Oswald's resolve points. Let me see that medicine check.
I was going to use nature to get the +2
Ooh.
circumstance bonus.
True.
Or natural healing.
Natural
Oh.
healing. All right, roll
Yeah.
nature.
Natural medicine turned on. 27.
That will crit.
Whoa.
Even.
Full health.
So in which case, target gains
48 hit points.
So let me see. 48.
23.
More than double.
In the midst of that, Wolfram, as you were being treated by Slate, you come to.
Wolfram's eyes slowly open. The discoloration and the nasty sunken skin and the grayed hair remain. But he looks up at all of you, particularly Slate, who is currently, tending to him and probably touching him to apply the staunch the bleeding and everything from what knocked him down. What happened?
Well, you were severely injured, and I attempted to heal you with my magic, and then you went down.
Huh. Is that what is supposed to happen?
No.
He says, kind of standing up with help from Slade, I imagine,
Yeah,
since he's now full health. Yeah.
No, that's not what's supposed to happen. In fact, you looked worse off after I healed you than before.
And you said earlier that your powers they come from Siren Ray, right?
Yes.
Perhaps then I've done something to upset her.
I mean, that could be a thing, but I mean, Siren Ray's whole shtick is just retribution and healing, and I mean, unless you've created undead, but I mean, that's more for the people who follow her that have to go against that.
Not knowingly. After all, my powers are only based upon what I know I can do. But
Yeah.
maybe that retribution was intended after the punishment.
Perhaps that is it. I know for future encounters to avoid using my healing magic on you.
Yes, I would appreciate that. Thank you. You don't look so good yourself, my friend. Do you need a
Thank
hand with
you.
that?
I should be able to patch myself up.
Well,
Just
let me help. Can I aid with medicine
Yeah, you may do that.
the certainly incoming treat wounds check? I believe. Oh, it didn't matter. Good. Not a crit fail though, because the remaster changed the DC for aid to 15 instead of 20.
Hey, I will treat wounds
I
on myself then.
Wolfram's just like, I think you stitched there.
I think I've read that it helps if you begin here, and I can help you get a bandage for that.
I assume that's not a crit.
Nope, it is a success though.
Yeah,
So
cool.
2d8.
2d8. 6.
Better than nothing.
Cool. That is another 10 minutes gone by. Would either of you like to take a breather as well?
No, and don't do it. Hold on.
What's
Huh?
up?
I think I would like that conversation we just had to count as a rally.
Oh.
Do you think we could flavor that as like a kind of sort of heart to heart of honest discussion about
Yeah,
stuff,
I'd be
Our
fine with that.
religion and
Feel free
how we-
to
how it affects us?
DC 15 skill check.
On diplomacy, I will
yeah.
do. Okay. Failure.
Nothing.
Damn. Okay. Well, I failed.
It's essentially take a breather. You have to stop moving and do it. Whereas rally, it's you can talk with your teammate for a minute, and then as you guys are walking, you can recover it. That's the idea.
Well, that failed. So there you go.
Yes, I
Womp
should
womp.
spend the resolve anyway.
Yeah, y'all gonna
I
take a
won't.
breather then?
Also, take a breather.
Is there anything of note from these goblins while they're taking a breather?
Yes, in fact. You find 3 things. 8 gold, a mask, and then there is a potion of unknown origin.
Let me see that. Wolfram pulls out his alchemist toolkit and is going to begin identifying alchemy while we continue with what we're doing.
I mean, what you're continuing with what you're doing. This is in the middle of your 10-minute breather.
Oh,
That is
true. Damn it.
I have set this precedent with the other group, and that you guys can look at stuff as like an exploration activity. Is like while you guys are on the move, you can be sort of examining it and playing around with it and try to figure out what it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. That is what you find on this group of goblins, on top of, all of the gear they would normally have on them. You determine that their weapons are dog slicers, and the big one's weapon is called a horse chopper.
Who's naming these weapons?
The goblins, Smiles.
Well, anybody
That's
want
what
some tiny weapons of crude origin?
They don't look that worth.
You know what we should do is stuff the chest full of all this trash.
It just seems like more work for Lilith.
True, but what if she gave it to the other group?
Why would she do that?
You're right. It's not very funny, I suppose, when I say it out loud. He says, kind of turning away from everyone and smiling.
I suppose that's everything it for here.
May I do one last thing before we go? I would like to honor these corpses and the sacrifice that they made here today, if you don't mind.
Still crosses her arms. I don't really see the point of honoring a bunch of goblins, but if it makes you sleep better at night.
He smiles. It will. First things first. He pats around at his belt, and then reaches into his backpack and pulls out a small scalpel. First things first. We need to learn what we can. And he says a quick, temporary right to Pharasma, and then slices into the arms of one of the goblins. I would like to do a recall knowledge to determine, probably with medicine, if what the ability scores of these guys are, particularly strength and dexterity. Should we expect them to be wily, or are super muscly goblins a thing? Especially with this big guy we got here.
All right. Roll me the society. You determine that the smaller ones have much higher dexterity than they would strength. They are much faster than they are strong. However, the larger one is just as strong as it is fast.
Oh. Do you think I'd be able to know anything about any resistances or weaknesses if they have any? That physical resistance or weaknesses?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
As in you can't think of any like.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Also, I will say with doing this, you realize that your conjecture from earlier was most certainly wrong about their saving throws.
They're not
He mutters to himself, yes, I had a feeling when I hit him with the ice bolt that perhaps they were more resistant physically than they were mentally. Now that that's done, let's gather, well, if you'd like to, you can help me gather these bodies up. Otherwise, I will do it myself. And Wolfram's going to begin gathering the bodies into one pile, and then once they're in a pile, he's going to ignite them. I can't move them, but it probably don't matter. He's gonna burn them.
Do we also want to make sure Oswald's all healed up before we go? Or are we just good?
Part of me was under the assumption that Juno had a way to heal their pet.
Wolfram snaps his
think I
fingers.
Well,
Corpses
I don't know.
ablaze.
Yeah, I don't know. This is me as a player and also Slate as a character being like, I assume you have a way to keep your dog healthy.
You don't have healer's tools, so you can't treat wounds, and you don't have anything else right now to do it. So yeah, it would need to be Slate.
Okay, I will attempt to treat wounds on Oswald then. I will preface, I'm not too familiar with healing animals.
Oswald's a tough guy.
All right. 26.
Oh, holy crit!
Wow.
Great.
Good.
I mean, I have a +9 to it, so it's not
48.
18.
Nice. I want to turn to Slate as we're getting ready to go back on the trail. Hey, I want you to think about what you did again. Sure, it may have looked honorable to go in the face of danger to save someone else. But who picks you up if you go down? And if you go down, who saves anyone who goes down after? We're here because we have important stuff. We're not here because we're stupid. Just remember that next time, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't play hero.
Wolfram says to himself, "Jeez, nice pep talk, Mom."
And with that, let us double check our exploration activities. We all good to go? Do you want to be identifying stuff sort of as you go, Wolfram?
Yeah, that'd be good for me.
Sure, we can go a little bit slower for the first, it's like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, what checks do
I
you
mean, it all
need?
depends if,
I wanted to take a look at the mask.
one of you, so you want to look at the mask and Wolfram can look at the potion. Okay, cool. I got a crafting check from Wolfram, and that is going to succeed. So I can identify this in the stash. Finally get to revealing this. Ba-bum! Healing potion minor.
Hey, I have one of those.
Good find.
And with that first roll, you are not able to figure it out.
Can I cast Detect Magic on it on the next time we get to look at it then?
Let me give that a shot, he says to Slate. Let's try occultism.
Y'all could both roll if you wanted to, I think.
Not at the same time? I'm not sure. That's up to Mist, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are both sort of looking over it. Still not.
It's
I've got
okay,
another
guys. You got like 8
skill.
more rolls on you.
You got this.
You got this for sure.
Try Arcana this time.
Into the third. Oh, and that one does it. That was a crit. That was a nat 20.
Yo,
Oh,
huge!
nice.
Waste
I
them
just-
on things I can't see!
Yeah. Just let you know right now that this is for sure identified 100%. You know it. I am not lying to you. And here it is. A skittering mask.
That's weird.
Yeah, first time
What?
each day that you begin your turn unconscious and within 25 feet of an enemy, skittering metallic insect legs emerge from the holes in the mask and step 5 feet away from the nearest enemy, dragging your body along with the mask.
That's really cool.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
That.
I hate it.
However, it does look pretty valuable.
Yes. And I would say with that, you also definitely are able to, like, know exactly how much it's generally worth and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to sort of use this, they may. It's up to y'all. Y'all can, rock, paper, scissors for it or whatever.
We could always strap it to Oswald's back as like a little jacket.
True.
Oswald could wear the mask.
Oswald could wear the mask. I believe I've seen a movie where a dog wears a mask, but that one was green.
What's a movie?
I'm giving y'all a death stare right now. The hell are y'all talking about?
Sorry, I saw it once in college.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, in university.
Not this shit again, the voices! Oh my god, whatever.
It's just a theory.
For now, it is in your stash, and as long as it's in your stash, it's assumed that it's just sort of sitting in the lockbox. And pretty much anything that's in the lockbox isn't readily accessible when you guys are, like, in combat or something like that.
I definitely think we take the healing potion out for someone.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So, what do you think? Who do you think the healing potion would be better on? Would it be better on me or one of the casters? Probably a caster.
Probably not me.
I mean, I will take it then.
I don't have much time in combat to think of such.
Oh, but
things
you can
as
already
drinking.
heal people.
Well, not anymore per day.
True. All right, you can take it.
And I will say, you guys can adventure for up to 8 like encounters in a day, in a single like go. You guys can camp out at any time though,
Okay.
if you guys decide that you can't go anymore that day.
Sun's only just started falling. Actually, it's still rising. We can keep going, I think.
Cool. And with that,
glancing at everyone else.
Roll. I'm going to roll this. In which case, we will get back into things. So you all rolled a 1 for the Fates die. As you guys are continuing your way up north, the scenery has changed slightly as you get farther in. You're noticing more flora around, specifically flora that bears fruit and flowers. On top of that, some of the trees seem to be smaller to make room for these much larger oaks. Rather than having sort of an even canopy, there's these larger oaks that sort of pop up above everything. As you all are sort of making your way through, you hear something rustle nearby. It sounds to be coming from the other side of the tree, along with a sort of low growl. As per usual, you may move yourself within 10 feet of the thing for sort of what the walking order would look like. What do you all do initially?
Well, initially I was gonna seek. Like, that's my first reaction.
Okay. Roll me that roll.
Yeah.
You do successfully hear something. It sounds like it's coming around the side of the tree. It is walking towards you guys. Large, loud footsteps, as a slight scratching that you can hear at sort of the roots of the tree.
Can I do a recall knowledge check on what it might be without
Sure.
having seen it?
Give me nature. As I'm assuming Lucille points out the sounds of it.
Yeah. Then another action to point out.
You think to yourself and think about, any sort of learning that you would have done at your university about wild beasts and such. Anything that could make that sound. And then it hits you before this thing comes around the corner that it is a giant badger. As it starts to peek its way around the corner of this tree, you see it. It is
Giant badger!
I will say with the roll you got, you know that this is larger than usual.
Elite!
Yeah, it is mechanically
giant.
speaking elite.
My god. Boss fight?
I will also give you that as you sort of see this thing and sort of take note of that, you also note that it isn't alone as you hear a sound coming from the other side of the tree as well.
Huh?
Are we rolling initiative or no?
Yes, roll initiative.
Let's go.
Yo,
Dang.
nice.
Oh. The nat 3. Damn, y'all rolling some dice. What the hell are you cooking?
So, one of them goes first as the sees the group and immediately goes into a rage. You see it bare its fangs and it makes a stride towards the group, attacking the first person in sight, which would be Lucille.
Do I trigger reaction before my turn?
As this is sort of a surprise. Actually, you had the warning from Wolfram, and you sensed this one beforehand. So yeah, I'll say you get.
Oh,
your
I
reaction
did
here.
observe it because
Yeah.
I did seek it.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't matter.
A 12 is going to miss. In which case, it is going to get up to you, and it is going to make a strike.
That meets.
Meets it, beats it. 11 damage. You take 11 damage. Sorry, it didn't add the rage damage. As this thing runs up to you with its big jaws, tries to rip through your armor.
These are scary.
Yeah, what the heck?
Those front
Very
claws.
scary. Next in the order, Juno.
We'll prey on the one currently attacking Seal. Then we'll move back because I am kind of free. I'll try once again to strike with my gun, praying to God if there is anyone out there that will actually.
You literally have two people who worship gods in this party.
There are.
The gods are real.
And let it help me, oh so be it.
Ooh, I think Juno's an atheist.
They did not like that.
They hate me. Juno's mental is not okay right now. She's unstable. She is in critical mental damage.
It is now Lucille's turn. What would you like to do?
Well, first of all, might makes right.
Whoa!
Oh, not 20!
Chop
Back
this
the
guy's
fuck
Holy
down.
shit!
neck off.
This first one takes a pretty significant hit as your Guisarm finds a place like right into its chest as it gets up close to you. Cool. As your first action, what would you like to do?
Second verse, same as the first.
No
Oh
way.
my
no
God.
way.
Yeah.
She does it
Who
again.
are
Alright,
you?
give me that damage. 8. Alrighty. Third action?
Yo, these guys are. We do not want to mess with these guys.
For sure.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I will explain, since you mentioned that, I will explain fleeing and how it's going to work for big open encounters like this. Once you have to make it to the edge of the map. As long as you make it off the side of the map with your movement, then you are considered fleeing. Once you start fleeing, like there is no coming back to the board. So once you're off the board, there is no coming back.
Well, we can change our mind mid-flee.
Essentially, like once you are off the side of the board, like it is assumed that you are sprinting away.
Not looking back.
Yeah, not looking back.
Alright, then my last action, I'm going to start falling back.
What? We can take these guys. I've got one combat under me. I know this.
I'm gonna assume the rest of the team will also start trying to fall back as well. Oswald's kind of a sitting duck. I'm gonna go ahead and go this far back. So then I can spend 2 actions to go.
Next up is Slate.
Cool. As Lucille stops next to me, I'm gonna cast protection on Lucille, as she is our main line of defense, and I prefer that she stay up a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna use my final action to stride to here.
As the party begins to retreat, next up from the south, you hear the other one hiss as it goes into its rage, as it makes its way forward. It's just barely able to make it over to Oswald.
Oh no, puppy!
As it strikes down with its jaws.
Puppy
And
dodges.
misses. Oswald narrowly escapes the bite of this enraged giant badger, and that is all of its actions. Next up, Wolfram.
2 things. Number 1, give me knowledge. I want to know how tough these guys are, namely hit points. Like how because I want to like gauge whether this fight is winnable. You know what I mean? Like how tough of a fight it's going to be based on how sturdy they are hit points wise. Does that make sense?
How sturdy
something
they
that I
are
can
hit
ask?
points wise. They have. It already sounds too much like I'm trying to fucking lie to you, so I'm not going to do it. Especially after you've seen one of them get the shit beat out of them.
Yeah, they have
and
2 hit points.
Still
each.
up.
Yeah.
They're a lot. I will not tell you quite how many, but they have quite a few.
Okay.
Since you still
Yeah,
failed.
they took 30 something damage between the 2 attacks, and they're still.
If we can get one of them, we can take them both. Which means I should probably just focus on one. Okay, I'll focus on the wounded one. Wolfram's going to like gaze into the eyes of the northernmost and stare into his mind.
His mind.
Please make me a will save, my friend.
Blows up badger with mine.
Blows up badger mind with mind.
19.
No, it's a success. No persistent damage.
Wait, no. Success. Target takes full initial damage, but no persistent damage. And the spell ends.
Man,
Roll damage.
only 4.
You stare into its eyes and cast this, and it immediately just shakes it off and continues looking forward in a rage.
Took no damage. Run. That's a whole turn. That's 3 action and a spell slot.
If this thing does not die in the next swipe, it's a flee moment.
It's okay. Juno will kill it. Juno will
Yeah,
one-shot
Juno's gun can obviously kill it.
She's goaded. She's goaded.
We can also see the picture of Juno. Juno's doing great right now.
Every time she misses, she stacks a die for the hit option.
It's going to be 2 top to bottom, so that is going to be Oswald. As this thing switches targets, attacking the closest thing to it. So it just sees the opportunity to attack Oswald, moves forward, and takes...
Is that a reaction from Lucille or no?
It does not trigger reaction. A manipulate
move
action, though.
Makes range attack, or leaves a square during a move action.
Okay. It just entered my zone of attack, is all.
So it's going to run forward and take a nip at Oswald. Let's see if Oswald is so lucky this time.
No.
Rip.
20.
Should have put the mask on him.
Yeah, you never took it out.
No. Juno did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. We can move that over.
Holy shit, 12
Tara, who can see the thing's health before anyway, is still freaked out by where the 12 landed.
Yeah, it does make sense, and it's as it continues to attack Oswald, it makes a strike with its claw.
Oswald's
Oswald's
fucking
fucking
dead.
dead.
And Oswald is down. As we go to Juno.
Juno is feeling all types of emotions she's never felt before. I'll reload my gun. I'll just shoot it, I guess. I don't... She's just so, like, distraught and heartbroken. Like, she'll just try once more. And if it misses, then I don't know what she'll do next.
Reload, shoot. Let me see that strike.
Bruh.
You do have a hero point. You could re-roll it if you wanted.
This is the time
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
for Oswald.
Let me
Yeah,
see
for
that re-roll.
Oswald.
You can right-click it and
Uh-huh.
click re-roll and keep the new result.
Let's freaking go! Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Re-rolled it to the hit. Roll that damage.
Oh my fucking Christ almighty. Okay. Back it up. Back it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Weren't you hunting prey?
Yes. Make sure to have the stuff marked.
Alright.
So make sure to
Wait,
have the
why do you-
checkbox first attack on hunted prey this round.
Oh.
And I
Why do you only have a
will.
+1 to your damage?
I'll just let you re-roll this. I
Okay.
will be generous. Instead of just making you roll so now that you have that marked, roll the damage again.
That's much
Oh.
better.
There it is.
Precision damage is huge.
Much better.
I smile upon thee as with that shot, one manic shot from your rifle goes straight through this thing's, I would say eye, but with the cannonballs you're firing, just sort of its head as it falls to the ground. Alright, that is, you have one action left. What would you like to do?
His breath steadies just a little bit. He's conflicted on trying to grab Oswald right next to the other badger or to keep fleeing.
We are kiting this thing. If we make the decision right now whether we fight this or we don't. If we are, we're kiting.
Mhm.
You know, we'll move.
We can take it. We turn the tide.
Not that one.
I'm going to tell you my plan. I'm going to swipe at it twice, and then I'm going to be moving full away from it.
Let's
So
move
y'all
up.
can get behind me if you want, or you can be where I'm going to be.
I would also like you to roll a d20 flat. No bonuses.
Oh, that one.
Oswald drops to dying 2. So how death works, how dying works in this is you are trying to roll above a 10 plus the dying value. So now you'd have to roll above a 12, and that will is it reduce or is it just you stabilize? I can't remember.
You roll above a 12, and it reduces it. If you crit, then you stabilize.
You crit, then you stabilize. Okay.
Yes.
Or crit, you actually go back to 1 HP and you're back up.
How's
think.
the-
I
how
believe
does
it
the mass-
decreases 1 dying for each of the things. Yeah.
If Oswald
Or 2 for
reaches
crit.
dying 4, he dies.
Oh no.
This can also be fixed if anybody heals Oswald, like at all. Healing potions, stabilize.
Yeah.
When does the mask help pull him away?
Oh, that's true actually.
It's when it starts its turn.
With that solved, it is now Lucille's turn.
Well, I already told you my plan, and I intend to stick through it. I am not standing my ground for a hyena.
This is okay. He's already withering pain.
20. That will hit.
Nice! Max roll.
Huge.
My.
That second one will not hit. I know the rage thing from before said 17, but this is not a normal badger.
It is an elite badger. And then I walk. Alright, that's my turn.
Lucille's left me to die, and Oswald to die. And
Oh, I forgot that you go out. Ooh, I forgot about that.
So
Slate,
much
You'll be
for,
fine. Actually, nah, it's too late.
Slate,
I was
what would
gonna
you like
I was gonna
to
move
do?
less.
Ooh, okay. The words of "Don't be a hero" from Lucille ring in my head as I debate running in to help Oswald. No, I'm just gonna divine lance.
Surely this thing won't just eat Oswald and let us go.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Yes, that is going to be a whiff as your
Well-
lance goes wide. One action left. What would you like to do?
Damn, I thought we all went before it. That's my bad.
No, we don't.
We
man.
do
I
not.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
my
have the
bad.
health to go in there.
All that talk about don't be a hero and don't be an idiot, but don't be a coward is coming up after this fight.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't be a coward. I crit that motherfucker and I high rolled and he lived.
Alright.
He died soon after, though.
It makes a strike with its jaws at
Good puppy.
Wolfram.
That hits, but does not crit.
That's good.
That's good. That's not. I'm down.
What?
Holy shit.
Dang, I was gonna unleash myself. Lucille, let me to die!
As the badger takes down another. I'll say it moves towards Slate.
That's me.
That is you.
Fuck.
Which I believe means it also moves into Lucille's range for...
I think it just moves into my range, but it doesn't actually trigger.
Is this 15? No, because this is 10, and this is also 10, which means it does leave a space that's in your zone.
Yeah, the space here.
Oh,
will
yeah,
be in
you're
your
right.
range.
Yep.
That didn't do
It's not
anything.
hit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah, I
thing's-
saw that shit do 18 damage. That is like almost my entire health bar in one hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 16 left with stamina, so I have a plan for myself, though, at least.
Next thing's next. It is Juno. What would you like to do?
Quick question. When we flee, what does that do for our team?
Well, if you leave, if you all flee and like Wolfram and Oswald are left here,
Yeah.
they will more than likely die.
Okay. I forget if I reloaded last turn. I don't think I did.
I think every turn has been start with reload and then shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll reload. Oh wait, actually.
Yeah,
I'll pray.
does Juno
Reload
get a
Hunt, right?
hero point for getting the revenge kill for Oswald though?
Ooh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I would say so.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'd
he-
say you have a hero point back. In fact, so it makes sense. There is another use for hero points. Makes sense for you to be able to use them this way. You may blow all of your hero points that you have, which, you know, right now is only one, to instantly recover to stabilize. So you'll go to 0 HP if you are down. Since Oswald is your animal companion, I will say that you can use your hero points on Oswald as well, if you so desire. But that is largely up to you. Speaking of which, can you roll me a d20 real quick? 16.
Nice.
One
Back to
Dying
dying
one.
one.
I was thinking really hard.
I trust. I'll let you cook, Tara.
I will probably back up at the end, but I won't flee just yet. I'll like try to help, Slate and Lucille get to safety if they do want to leave. And maybe hero point Oswald back alive. I don't know if he'll make it on his way out.
Well, the good news is right now Oswald has a little bit of breathing room because he's only at dying one now because he just did a save. So even if he crit right now, even if he crit failed, he wouldn't instantly die.
Oh, okay.
So he still has a little bit of wiggle room.
Okay, I'll shoot my gun again then.
Let me see that attack roll.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
You're no focus.
I'm trying!
Lucille.
That was Olive.
Yep, that was reload, hunt, prey, shoot.
Ah. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Slate, pick up Wolfram. And I will go to Trip. It's a lower roll, but I hope its reflex is lower. Is it? It rolls. Do I have to roll athletics against its reflex save? Yeah.
Yes.
Let me put that. Is that right here? Yeah.
Yep, against target's reflex DC. Alrighty, let me see it. 21! That is going to succeed. You successfully trip. Target falls and lands prone.
What does prone do?
Prone is...
It has to take an action to get back up.
Yep, pretty much. It's
Oh, okay,
you're
enough
lying on
now.
the ground. You're off guard. A bunch of other stuff. You can only crawl or take cover while prone.
I'm going to then Vicious Swing,
Whoa.
which doesn't do anything.
Rough. Slate.
I don't know what. I don't know how I'm expected to get them. I can't.
Healing Potion!
What? How many? What is it to do a healing potion? How many actions is that?
One
Uh,
interact.
Given how he reacted to my healing before, would I be able to recall knowledge before I give him this to ease Slate's mind about this.
I would say you know. I would
Okay.
say you know. Yeah, it's alchemical, so it should
Got
be
it.
fine.
Okay.
So, would this healing potion like heal or hurt?
It would
That's
heal.
what I'm asking about. Is like
Yeah, it would heal. It would recover.
okay.
5. Huge. That's huge.
And then I'm not gonna move yet. I don't think I can. However, my last action, just to put a wall between this creature and Wolfram, I'm going to cast Shield on myself.
Oh, okay. All right, Wolfram.
Oh, look at you, Wolfram.
back.
Now
You're
you're with the
conscious.
Yo.
party.
I get to actually play. This is huge. Trigger. My turn begins. Free action. Unleash mind. I'm pissed. Also scared.
God.
How far can you crawl?
5 feet? Question mark.
Okay, well, one action stand. I would like to cast Needle Darts.
Alrighty.
So grabbing a ingot of iron, of steel. Fuck it, we got steel. Not that it matters. Off of his belt, he shapes it into needles, and with a wide swing of his arm, sends them at this badger.
Alrighty.
No.
That does. Actually, it's prone right now. That does hit.
Whoa!
And for that, I am going to give Rose a hero point.
Huge.
I may or may not be using that this next coming round.
What
Hey,
about
listen, your AC is increased by 1. Maybe it won't.
Let me see it. Let me see the. It's looking. It's looking hurt. It's still decently healthy though. And speaking of being decently healthy, good morning. Time to get up.
And as it gets up, that triggers my attack of opportunity.
Huge.
Oh, because it's a move action. True.
That's awesome.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean, that hits. That's
Oh,
a
'cause it's
17. It's
getting
still
up.
off guard. So you don't disrupt it getting up, but you are able to hit it, and it does trigger before the thing is actually done.
Whoa.
Because
Oh, that's even
you were able
better.
to
that's
interrupt
good
it.
knowledge.
Yep. Tripping and then hitting is pretty good. We learned today. Anyways, what was that damage? Let me see that damage. 7.
Huge.
Oh, yet another wound into its hide, yet it still stands. So one action to stand from prone, another action to stride towards Lucille, and another action to make an attack with its jaws. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, that hits.
Damn.
Damage.
What did crit
Okay.
mean? Is she tanks us? Wait.
No.
I do not.
Does
No.
not tank those, unfortunately. And Lucille is down. Juno, your turn.
I roll for
Yeah,
Oswald.
roll for Oswald. Let me see that d20.
Nice.
Huge.
And Oswald stabilizes.
Oh my fucking Christ. You're back, buddy.
Oh yeah, Wolfram's also wounded one.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Continuing on, what would you like to do?
I reload. Shoot.
Hit!
Yo!
Roll
Yeah!
that damage. Make sure the thing is marked.
Redemption arc.
Yeah. Yeah.
14!
Fuck you.
Holy damage.
We're so back.
You managed to hit it like right in its neck. It is not down, it is low as it sort of turns towards you, Juno. Hearing the loud ringing. I
Come at me, MF.
believe you still have actions.
Reload.
Okay.
We're
Next
going
is gonna be
at
deadly.
We're going toe
You
to
make
toe.
eye contact with this thing and calmly reload again.
Think about your next step, MF.
Lucille would go to the bottom of the turn order, so it's not your turn.
It is now Slate's.
If this doesn't kill, which I don't think it's going to, but I think it'd be funny to try this because hubris. The this dove symbol around his neck is going to glow extremely bright. And despite it being called this, I'm going to flavor it as what it was originally, which is Burning Hands, as I'm going to make a cone of fire to try to burn this thing.
Try to save from this.
Nice.
And it fails.
Huge.
Roll that damage.
Finally, you
It'll take
fail.
full.
7.
Average. Good.
Good.
Let's go.
Yo, let's
What?
go.
Wait.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh, wait.
As a reaction to its HP being reduced to 0, it stays at 1 HP.
Oh my
Oh no.
god.
It
Not
has-
the unwavering.
It's so tenacious.
That is a reaction. We only need to hit one more this round.
It's true. Its reaction is gone, and it is wounded 1.
And it would move in turn order, though, right? No.
Nope. A loud scream as you hit it. Its singed fur sort of smelt in the air as it continues to stand.
What's the range of a dagger?
I believe it's 10 feet. You can check it.
I believe it's
You can
also
check it
10
in
feet.
your
Yeah, it says
inventory.
thrown 10
you
feet.
You can throw it in the second range increment, but you will take a -2.
I mean, it's the best I have.
Yeah,
Like,
might as well.
Yeah.
What a
It's in your
rip.
hand, might as well. Huge.
20.
Oh my god.
You hit!
Holy shit.
And with that,
What?
that's all you need. The dagger sticks into the head of the badger. It gives its last breath and
I'm the
collapses.
Ugh.
However,
Yeah.
we are not out of turn order. I didn't think I'd have to say that twice today. As it is now Wolfram's turn. Do you have anything to do?
I do.
Oh.
Let's stride up here and treat. Oh, no medicine kit. That too heavy.
I mean, you could...
I am going to prestidigitate some clean water and start like trying to prepare for slate.
Oh, is this
So
your aid?
That's
That's
your
my
aid?
aid.
Is your aid?
Oh.
Okay,
It's
okay,
a
okay.
fancy ass aid.
a 2-action aid.
A
This
3-action
F
aid.
is-
No,
Oh,
2-action aid. No, I moved.
It's alright, I hit these.
You nice.
Actually, you do.
You do.
No.
It's because I aided your recovery
Simply
check.
Unconscious. And since there is no longer any threat of characters dying, since we are running over on time, we are going to end things here, and we will pick up right here when we come back next time.
All right.
Am I still unconscious?
Yes.
I will say, as a reward, as a different reward, since these are, animals and they're not likely to have treasure, I will instead give you a different kind of reward in the form of knowledge and say, you have discovered the 1 on the Fates die is a extreme encounter.
Oh, joy.
I
shit.
figured.
Our low rolls
Um,
today are so great.
Most extreme encounters are going to be made to be like really, really hard. Which, you figured out. However, you will get great reward from being able to take them out if you are able to. That great reward this time being me revealing, one part of the Fates die. So, wow. What a I swear to God, there's stuff other than combat on the Fates die. You just rolled 2 combats.
No, this is good.
No, that's fine.
This is what we signed up for. We're a damage party. For the blasters.
Very, very good session, though. Thank you all so much for playing, and thank you everybody for listening who tuned in today. I hope you had a good time. And we will be back with the other party, Team Heart. We will be back with them on Monday.